Perched on a sun-drenched hill between the vibrant city of Cannes and the perfume capital of Grasse, the village of Mougins offers a sublime escape from the frenetic energy of the French Riviera. It is a place of captivating contradictions, a fortified medieval stronghold that has become a peaceful haven for art, a rustic Provençal village that is a world-renowned capital of gastronomy. To approach Mougins is to see it rise from the landscape like a gently spiraling seashell, its ancient stone buildings wrapped in a tight coil around its summit. This unique spiral layout, born of medieval necessity, now invites a slow, deliberate exploration, rewarding visitors with hidden squares, breathtaking vistas, and the palpable sense of history that infuses its very stones. For centuries, a quiet agricultural hub, Mougins was irrevocably transformed in the 20th century, becoming the final home of the art world's greatest titan, Pablo Picasso, and the crucible for a culinary revolution that redefined French cuisine. Today, it exists as a unique and enchanting destination, a living gallery and a gourmet paradise floating serenely above the Azur coastline. The history of Mougins is long and deeply etched into the landscape. Long before the Romans laid their great coastal road, the Via Julia Augusta, in the valley below, this strategic hilltop was occupied by ancient Ligurian tribes. They recognized the defensive advantages of the location, offering a commanding view of any potential invaders approaching from the sea. The Romans established a presence in the area, but the true formation of the village as we know it began in the early Middle Ages. In the 11th century, the Count of Antibes gave the hill of Mougins to the monks of the Abbey of Léron, the influential monastery located on a nearby island. For nearly 500 years, the monks of Léron were the feudal lords of Mougins, shaping its development and spiritual life. Life in medieval Provence was precarious, marked by constant threats of invasion and raids. The monks fortified the village, building a formidable defensive wall to protect its inhabitants. The distinctive spiral form of the village, known in French as an escargot, snail, was a key defensive feature. The single, winding main street made it difficult for attackers to advance in large numbers, creating choke points where they could be easily repelled. The Porte Sarrasine, the ancient fortified gate that still serves as an entrance to the old village, stands as a stoic reminder of this insecure past, its name evoking the centuries-long threat of Saracen pirates who plagued the Mediterranean coast. Within these protective walls, a small, resilient community grew, dedicated to agriculture. For centuries, the hillsides around Mougins were covered not with luxury villas, but with terraced groves of olive trees and fields of flowers, jasmine, roses, and lavender, destined for the burgeoning perfume distilleries of nearby Grasse. For much of its history, Mougins remained a quiet, unassuming agricultural village. Its transformation began in the early 20th century as artists, drawn by the luminous quality of the light in the south of France, began to discover its rustic charm. Francis Picabia, the avant-garde painter, was one of the first to arrive, building a home here in the 1920s. He was followed by a stream of other creative figures, including Fernand Léger, Paul Éluard, Man Ray, and Jean Cocteau. They were captivated by the village's authenticity, its tranquil atmosphere, and the panoramic views that stretched from the Lorraine Islands to the foothills of the Alps. Mougins was becoming a cherished, almost secret, enclave for the Parisian art scene, a quiet counterpoint to the more boisterous and crowded coastal towns of Saint-Tropez and Antibes. This artistic inclination culminated in the arrival of the most famous artist of them all. In 1961, Pablo Picasso, already an old man but still restlessly creative, bought a sprawling property on a hillside just below the old village. The estate, known as Notre-Dame de Vie after the ancient chapel on its grounds, became his final home and studio. He chose Mougins for its seclusion, seeking a refuge from the relentless glare of public attention. Here, behind the high walls of his villa, he spent the last 12 years of his life in a feverish burst of creation. The Mougins period was one of his most prolific, as he obsessively re-engaged with the classic themes of the painter and his model, the musketeer, and the female form, producing thousands of paintings, drawings, and sculptures. Picasso's presence cast a kind of mythical aura over the village. While he lived a largely reclusive life, his influence was immense. He had a deep affection for the village, and its old-world charm provided a tranquil backdrop to his turbulent inner world. He would occasionally dine at local restaurants, and his wife, Jacques Vauquet, was a more frequent visitor to the village shops. His death at Notre-Dame-de-Vie in 1973 marked the end of an era for modern art. He is not buried in Mougins. Local regulations at the time prevented it, but his spirit remains inextricably linked to the place. The village became a pilgrimage site for art lovers, its identity forever fused with the final chapter of Picasso's monumental life. Today, this artistic soul is celebrated in the dozens of art galleries and studios that line its narrow, winding streets, showcasing a diverse range of contemporary paintings, sculptures, and glasswork. As Picasso's era was drawing to a close, another revolution was just beginning in Mougins, one that would establish the village's second great claim to fame. In 1969, a visionary chef named Roger Verger opened a restaurant, Le Moulin de Mougins, in a restored 16th-century olive mill at the foot of the village. At a time when French haute cuisine was often defined by heavy, complicated dishes based on butter and cream, Verger championed a new philosophy. He called it the cuisine du soleil, cuisine of the sun. His cooking was light, fresh, and deeply connected to the local Provençal terroir. He celebrated the vibrant flavors of sun-ripened tomatoes, courgettes, fresh herbs, local olive oil, and seafood from the nearby coast. Le Moulin de Mougins became a global sensation. Verger's approach was revolutionary, and his restaurant quickly earned 3 Michelin stars. He became a celebrity chef, attracting a glittering clientele of movie stars, artists, and royalty, especially during the annual Cannes Film Festival. Elizabeth Taylor celebrated a birthday here. Sharon Stone was a regular. The restaurant's guest book was a who's who of the 20th century. Verger's success transformed Mougins into a gastronomic mecca. Other great chefs followed in his footsteps, including Alain Ducasse, who for a time ran the kitchen at the equally renowned La Mondière de Mougins. The village had found a new identity as a capital of gastronomy. This culinary legacy is celebrated today with Les Étoiles de Mougins, a major international festival of gastronomy founded in 2006 as a tribute to Roger Verger. Each year, over 100 of the world's greatest chefs converge on the village, turning its squares and streets into a vast open-air kitchen. They conduct cooking demonstrations, hold workshops, and host lavish dinners, attracting thousands of food lovers from around the globe. The festival cements Mougins' reputation as a place where food is not just sustenance, but a high art form, a tradition of excellence that continues to thrive. To explore the old village of Mougins today is to wander through a living gallery. The spiral layout naturally guides visitors upwards through a labyrinth of impossibly charming streets, or chalets. The stone houses have been impeccably restored, their ancient facades adorned with cascades of vibrant bougainvillea and geraniums. Every corner reveals a new vista, a hidden courtyard or an artist's studio with its door invitingly ajar. The Place des Patriotes, at the entrance to the village, offers a stunning panoramic view over the surrounding landscape. The 11th century church of Saint-Jacques-le-Majeur provides a cool, peaceful sanctuary, while the nearby Lavoir, the old public washhouse, now serves as a beautiful exhibition space. One of the most remarkable cultural institutions in Mougins is the Musée d'Art Classique de Mougins, MACM. This world-class private museum, founded by collector Christian Levet, is based on a unique and thought-provoking concept. It displays a vast collection of Roman, Greek, and Egyptian antiquities, including one of the world's largest private collections of ancient armor, alongside modern and contemporary artworks by masters such as Picasso, Matisse, Chagall, Warhol, and Hirst. By placing a Roman bust next to a Modigliani portrait or an ancient vase alongside a contemporary painting, the museum creates a powerful dialogue across millennia, It demonstrates the enduring influence of the classical world on modern art and highlights the timelessness of the human creative impulse. Beyond the tightly coiled streets of the old village, Mougins extends into a landscape of green, tranquil beauty. Just a short distance away lies the Étang de Fontmerle, a serene pond that is home to Europe's largest colony of Asian lotus flowers. In the summer months, the surface of the pond is covered with a breathtaking carpet of vast pink and white blossoms, a sight of almost otherworldly beauty that attracts photographers and nature lovers. The pond is situated within the Parc de la Valmasque, a large departmental park that offers miles of trails for walking and cycling through pine and oak forests, providing a vital green lung for the bustling region. Modern Mougins has also developed into a highly desirable residential area, with elegant villas tucked into the hillsides and several prestigious golf courses. Its proximity to the Sophia Antipolis Technology Park, France's Silicon Valley, has also made it a favored home for international professionals. In conclusion, Mougins is a place of rare and captivating alchemy. It is a village that has managed to preserve the ancient stones and medieval layout of its past while wholeheartedly embracing its role as a global center for art and gastronomy. It is where the ghost of Picasso still seems to linger in the luminous air, and where the revolutionary legacy of Roger Verge lives on in its celebrated restaurant. It is a place where one can get lost in the winding lanes of history, stand in awe before a Roman helmet and a Warhol painting in the same room, and then savor a meal that is a testament to the sun-drenched bounty of Provence. Suspended between the mountains and the sea, between the ancient and the modern, Mougins remains a truly enchanted hill, a timeless Provençal dream on the Côte d'Azur.